See, it says preparing. We're live. Hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome. So glad you're with us today in the BeADisciple.com Facebook group. If you're watching the replay, welcome to you too. I am so honored and joyful to be with this morning Hilda and Danica. Good morning and welcome.
Good morning.
They have an upcoming course September 22nd, and we could not be more excited to share it with you. It's called Reimagining Church During the COVID-19 Crisis. So before we get to that and before we introduce them, we're going to wait a second for some friends to join us. So I'd like to just hear from you both. What is one thing you miss about church before COVID happened?
Well, I miss, this is a story that I will tell over and over again. My grandbaby, who is all of 3, grew up in the church, and she was so accustomed to getting hugs and kisses and running from person to person, and just seeing her joy when she approached the church. And her excitement, knowing that this is the place where she goes to be loved. That's what I miss, Meg.
Yeah, I can concur with that. I think I also miss hugs. I miss being touched. I miss even a handshake. That's been removed almost entirely. So that's a pretty big loss that I'm finding other ways to kind of cope with.
And coping with is something that you both have spent many years helping people know how to do, how to cope, how to thrive in how to reach their potential and their emotional health. Because Hilda, she is my joy to introduce you both now as we have some friends with us. Hilda is a licensed professional counselor and an ordained deacon in the United Methodist Church. She has a daughter named Erin who makes her proud, and a pure joy 4-year-old granddaughter that she just spoke about, Ryan. Did I say your name right?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Her work in the local congregations led to the publication of her book for African American women, Live Healthy and Be Well, Create an Action Plan, which offers Bible stories, meditation, and activities that lead to a wellness action plan. And then Danica is a licensed social worker. She graduated with her master's from Temple University School of Social Work, and she's also the founder of Therapeutic and Wellness Consulting. So again, so glad you're with us. And one of the best things about BeADisciple.com is we have these amazing, affordable courses led by experts like yourselves that most people wouldn't have access to. And here you are, because I know, Danica, are you both in Pennsylvania?
I'm in Houston.
Houston, okay. So this is so great. Technology at its best that we get access to both of you. Yes. So this upcoming course, September 22nd, Reimagining Church, I want to get the words right, Reimagining Church During the COVID-19 Crisis. Tell us, who's this course for? Who should check it out and enroll?
Okay. Let me open by just as this scripture just spoke to me this morning as an entree into who the course is for. And it's Mark 6:31. And Jesus said to his disciples, "Come away by yourselves to a secluded place and rest a while." For there were many people coming and going, and they could not even find time to eat. So this course is for those who need to come away for a while and rest themselves, because it is a busy time. It is a time of chaos and uncertainty. It is a time of death and dying. It is a time where we have no idea when the doors that are now closed of the church will open. So this is an opportunity for those who recognize the need for healing right now, the need to process the grief, the loss, the feeling of uncertainty and honestly chaos that surrounds us right now, particularly with no end in sight. So this course is for those who are recognizing that they need to come away for a while to a sacred, confidential space where they can begin to process their own healing, as well as look for ways to heal the people to whom they minister, and to look at how the church will begin to look and to offer the hope that we know is central to the flourishing of not only ourselves, but to our church.
Mhm.
So it is for those who recognize the need for rest and for a safe space to process all
Mhm.
that's going on.
And for those that take you up on this invitation and join, what are the three main takeaways that they will get to enjoy from this course?
I think they'll probably get more than three things, but the first thing is we want to establish a safe space where folks can come and see themselves mirrored in other people, which eliminates the idea that something's wrong with me, I'm doing this wrong, I'm responding in the wrong way. Because, a lot of times we just normalize things just by the mere fact that it's happening to me, my neighbor, my pastor, and we don't really give it the attention that it needs. So our goal is to create a safe space where we can allow people to kind of share what they've been experiencing and find that so is this person and this person.
Mhm.
Additionally, we want people to lead with a language, right? Because again, we tend to normalize, and in normalizing what we are experiencing in a pandemic, which is unusual, which is a traumatic event, we
Mhm.
minimize
Mhm.
how we are experiencing it and dismiss, what that looks like. And so a lot of times there are, symptoms of PTSD showing up with having to seclude yourself. So we want to leave people with a language to describe what they're experiencing, which, helps them feel empowered and in control of what they're experiencing. And then lastly, we want to leave them with an action plan. Because although we are collectively experiencing this pandemic and social unrest and just this unknown, there's a way to reconnect to God, to church, to fellowship, and to self. And so we want to give them tools to do that, to help heal and manage their own distress, as well as share with their family and their community.
Church, in a sense, is no longer what it was before. Once the doors are opened, people will still have the sense of loss.
Mhm.
They will still recognize that there are people who are no longer with them because of COVID, who they have not had the opportunity to grieve. So even if the church opened between now and September 22nd, which is doubtful, we will still see, as Danica said, post-trauma, after the trauma has subsided, because we don't know when it will pass. After the trauma has subsided and the doors are open, people still need tools so that they can begin to integrate into their own ways of healing and well-being. This is we will offer them rituals that they can use to begin their day or end their day or incorporate it into their prayer lives. We want them to know that they have within them, as Danica said, that they are empowered to use these tools to take action on their own behalf and on behalf of the people they serve. Service will look different. Ministry will look different. I mean, we're talking about a global pandemic, and the church is called to the world. And that may be different for some congregations. So how do we help people to imagine what that looks like, or even to the people down the street? And we want people to have that hope that comes from knowing that they are not alone, that they have, that others are coping or managing, or we hope they will flourish, that they will have the tools to flourish.
This course is definitely going to be an equipping and encouraging time. The song of "There is a Balm in Gilead" comes to my mind. I think about this course.
Yes, thank you. That is a perfect way to describe there is a balm in Gilead that heals the sin-sick soul, the song goes on to say. So we invite them to come away for a while to a safe and confidential space where they can begin to heal, begin to process the trauma, begin to look forward to a new vision of what it means to be people of God, the church. So we invite them to sign up now. The space is limited, and we want to accommodate the people who come early. So please sign up now.
And we will put the link in the comments below this video so people can explore and enroll. And what are the other nuts and bolts of this course? How many minutes a day do they expect to give? We've already mentioned it starts September 22nd. How long is it? What are the details, the nuts and bolts?
So this is a 4-week course, and each session is, I believe, 90 minutes. And we really wanted to create something that was meaty, but also not a burden. We don't want people to feel like they have to work all day, and work includes managing their children, managing the household, working remotely or working on site somewhere, and then come home and log into class. Right? We want this to be fulfilling and easy with a little bit of challenge. So it'll run every Tuesday from 7 to 8:30 and for 4 weeks. And hopefully it won't feel like a burden, but something that they're eager to attend.
Oh, I'm so excited. Well, if people want to reach out to either of you before now and then, how would you like them to do that? Do you email or Facebook, or reach out to me, then I can connect them to you? What do you prefer if they have any questions that come up between now and September 22nd?
So our contact information is listed along with the course. You also have our information, and it'll be listed on Meg's Facebook site, so you can feel free to reach either of us or reach out to Meg directly, and she'll follow up with us, and we'll be happy to follow up with you immediately.
Perfection. Awesome. Well, thank you, Hilda and Danica, for your time today. And so once again, so excited for this course and the lives it's going to touch.
Thank you. I appreciate your time.